Welcome everyone to Inside the Fight, post-fight UFC Fight Night, Blaydes versus Volkov, which aired on both ESPN Plus and ESPN, Big ESPN, I guess that's what we'll call it. And before I get to the co-main event and main event, I do want to address something that I found a little annoying. Earlier today, I was at a graduation party, and on my way back home, I said, let me pop on the ESPN app so I could watch the fights. And as soon as I open the app, I see the fight, I click on the fight, and it tells me to log into ESPN Plus. Now, I personally am not subscribed to ESPN Plus. I do pay for cable, so I have access to ESPN. So my understanding was the fight's on ESPN, so I should be able to watch this fight. So I go back, and I'm like, this is ridiculous. I don't want to pay for this. So then I see that the listing right on the bottom says ESPN The Sports, and I'm like, okay, so it is on ESPN. And then when I look at the very corner, you can see a little icon that you can swipe to the right, and then you got the ESPN feed for the fight, which I thought was the dumbest thing I've ever seen. I understand you want people to subscribe, but if the fight's on both, why are you, like, you should just put the fight, say, hey, are you subscribed to ESPN, or are you subscribed to ESPN Plus? Like, you're making me choose the feeds of two different channels? That sounds stupid and does dumb. And I could easily see someone saying, I need ESPN Plus, so let me subscribe, or I need ESPN Plus, I'm not going to watch it. Which, again, I think it just hurts you overall. But I don't know if anyone else has mentioned this, dealt with it. I mentioned it here because I thought it was a dumb thing and it was annoying. Not that it impeded me to watching it, but I thought it was something that should be addressed and let ESPN know that, hey, maybe clean up your app a little bit and let us know that this fight's on both ESPN and ESPN Plus, so you either one you can watch this fight, enjoy it. Getting to the fights, man, Josh Emmett versus Shane Burgos. This is a fight you definitely should go back and watch. This was an amazing fight. Josh Emmett takes the victory here, but kudos to Shane Burgos, who in that last round took a couple of shots that I thought was going to be finish him. He took them like a champ. The fight, Emmett took control in the first round, Shane took the second round, and Josh Emmett just came blasting that third round. I believe there was at least one judge that gave it a 10-8. I've always been the type of person that says I would like to see more 10-8s, but because it's not something that's normal, it doesn't happen. I also feel like, if you were to dominate the round where your opponent does nothing, then that's a 10-8 round. In this case, no, it still was a back and forth round, mostly controlled by Josh throughout the whole thing, but hey, kudos for the judging to give it that. And that pays dividends in the main event. But like I said, though, this was fight of the night easily, entertaining. Nothing. Like I said, go watch this fight. This was an amazing fight. Main event time, Curtis Blaydes taking on Alexander Volkov. I will say this is an interesting fight. This was the story of three fights here. This was a story of a dominating victory for 3 rounds. Curtis definitely took the first 3 rounds, and he gassed in that 4th round. Definitely gassed. He got hurt. No, he definitely did not look as good as he did in the first 3 rounds, and Alexander took that 4th round. That being said, because he definitely won that first 3 rounds, you know that Alexander's only way to win is by finishing this fight. And unfortunately, that 5th round, Curtis just got control of him, took him down, and just basically controlled him the entire match. The first round, I believe, was a 10-8 round, which I said back. That co-main event showed us that, the judging was definitely, in favor of giving 10-8s. Like I said, it was the second story story of this fight was Alexander Usykan's comeback in that 4th round. But like I said, the story of the round is, hey, you're winning. You already won the first 3 rounds. All you gotta do is control this last round, and you win. And this goes to something that I said before in the past about fights where you don't know how a judge scores a fight. This one was pretty simple because, like I said, Curtis dominated the first 2 rounds. But in my opinion, my honest opinion, is the judges should release their scores per round. That way, a fighter knows if they're fighting from behind or from the front. Because there's nothing wrong with what Curtis did in that 5th round. He definitely was winning. Why is he going to risk it? Why is he going to try to finish someone when he has the match won? He knows it. Alexander knows it. So it's Alexander's job to get this fight. So, like I said, it's a good victory for Curtis. He was the number 3, I believe it. No, number 3. Alexander with number 7. So the favors were in Curtis's side. So kudos to him for continuing his. I think he now has a 4-fight win streak. So good job. Next week we got another fight night on ESPN, and I believe it's on ESPN Plus. So hope you guys have a good weekend. It's been good to have fights every weekend. It gives people something to do. I will come back with an Inside the Fight preview for next week's fight. Dustin Poirier taking on Dan Hooker is your main event, followed by a co-main event, Mike Perry taking on Mickey Gall. Should be a fun night of fights. And that's both, like I said, ESPN and ESPN Plus. So, but guys, let me know what you guys thought of tonight's fights. What do you guys think of ESPN Plus and ESPN? If you use the apps, if you don't, if you watch these fights on your phone or using the apps, did you feel like, hey, ESPN kind of like should not be doing what they're doing, which is splitting the stream up for 2 reasons. I understand from a logistical point of view, you want to be able to say, this is how many people are watching on ESPN Plus versus ESPN, but as a fight fan and a person watching UFC who is trying to just watch the fights on your app, make it easy for you guys. Like, why have it that, you have the 2 separate links for 2 different things when you just get one time, and then just let me pick ESPN Plus, ESPN. That's it. I don't know why that can't be that simple. But anyway, that's all I got for tonight. I'll see you guys for next week's UFC. Hope you enjoyed. Remember to subscribe. Remember to like this video. Remember to leave a comment and let me know what you guys thought. Till then, guys, take care.